Hello everyone, I'm Hacker. Welcome to my routine account channel. It seems like everyone is pushing me to do business, then our business theme comes. In the coming days, there will be another business theme. You can also consider today's content, which is about what kind of career suits you, what kind of choices are suitable for you. Then choose the most delicate card from the next 3 groups of cards for energy connection. After choosing, you can enter different areas through different channels. First is the first group about what kind of career direction you are suitable for, career options. For this group, let's first look at the information corresponding to these 2 cards. It indeed connects well with our video because what we are doing is about choosing the world. The first card it gives you is a crossroads card. There are many people who should be at this crossroads. You are facing some choices and you don't know which direction to choose. Some people hold 2 options in their hands, and some people, like students, may have completed a very detailed stage. It's time to think about where to go next. Then talk about it.
I am still here, and there
It's
is another
difficult,
part of the
and
drawing.
there's a certain bottleneck to develop potentially disastrous things. If you have a hypothesis in your mind right now, can I go in this direction? This direction is actually very deep in the water, and it is the part that is very confused and unknown, and there are villains around some people. Just broke free from the dwarf and ended. Or maybe some people in your work environment are trying to trip you up. This is mainly related to some bad things in the surrounding environment. What is the direction that suits your vision after considering relative and minority aspects? Some people might be like snake mice, let's see. Draw 3 cards and go check it out. In this group, I'll first talk about what you are not suitable for. Even if you feel in your heart,
to make porridge.
I'm not talented, I must chase money, but this is not something you should say directly. Things directly related to money. It's not suitable to say that for money, I will immediately engage in something related to money. It's not suitable to invest in business by oneself anyway. This is also suitable for engaging in some sentiment-related things. Including this group, if you keep pursuing upwards, pursue a degree, pursue further studies. If you talk about technology, you study literature, you study some very mysterious or some speculative things, this is also possible. Some people in this group are like me, dealing with some metaphysics, but what you are suitable for in this group is more like an unintentional stay. The more the origin, the more it seems like I'm chasing after money, salary, but in fact, it's easier to fall into a kind of how to chase, how to endure. It seems to be stuck here. If you say rise online, or the more ambitious, the more I want to rush forward, actually there is a bit. There are things that don't go smoothly, which is common at work too. For instance, you can choose to do some research, or something sentiment, including deepening your study. Then you actually lose interest. The things you get in this way may come faster than you directly say that I am doing something for money. Because this kind of feminine license plate is here, it may be an interpersonal communication, including the single-sided exquisite, the left and right sides, this part. Some people don't love to do it, they just don't have that much stamina to do it, and some people are too lazy to do it, they have seen through it because it's a female priest taking photos. So I tend to think this is the second case. I've already become indifferent, thinking that everyone's socializing is just like that. Their jokes and laughable situations are just because they are not mature enough. But in this group, your sense of humor may be higher. Seeing such a content, so the things that suit you better are to do some deepening, and the more research-oriented will be better, not suitable for a large capital investment. For example, what to sell, directly exchange it with money, this actually is a bit. On the contrary, it's like, if you go for the higher things, some very wisdom-like things, this group will be more suitable for you, and it is also easier for this group to calm down and truly display themselves. All the internal energy mentioned above is all the interpretation. If it provides you with some hints, you can like, coin, and triple click. So, what is the best career option for you? First, reply to the corresponding information and see what your current career is like, what state it is in, and what the situation is. I found a 4-leaf clover, a small luck, right? That's this group.
The starting
That's
phase
all for today's
is when
video.
many
Bye-bye.
people can't
Or
get
you
out.
caught a certain
How can I
trend
take
with
you
this
with me?
card and it succeeded beyond your own expectations. But it's still in a state of very much need the understanding of the outside world. It's easy to say because of the rustling of the environment in the construction of a large courtyard state. This might affect your own career. It doesn't seem like it's for play because the energy of grass is also quite easy to move around, swinging back and forth. It also represents a big election as some very new existence, and there will also be direct correspondences to some people and some agriculture. Product planted.
This reading might be related to these. If we deviate a bit, it might be that the energy of plants in the environment is relatively heavy, or it's your ranking. Then, let's take a look. What's your next choice? Draw 3 cards, and let's see them together. In terms of this group, walking the right path, of course. I'm not saying other groups are not good. A good point about this group is that you have people above you. I have people above me in 5 consecutive external stories. The master corresponds to your elders. Can it? Oh, what's yours? My uncle, and then my second aunt. Or you can say it's aunt number 2, aunt number 3, aunt number 4. Some people might do pretty well. Actually, it's a tradition to carry on the family business. For you, it is a good option, as this group of elements will be quite a lot, indicating that you are quite grounded. So on one hand, you can follow what the people before you did. If they succeeded, you can try it, or you can take their recommendations into consideration to a certain extent. It's also more suitable to do some things. Well, how do I put it? Describe them with your hand.
What calls
I am a civil servant in a large corporation.
My dad.
Once you go in, it's set, carried by something steady, but it has actually surpassed a lot. Perhaps others have gotten some opportunities that are quite suitable for this group. And because of this kind of character who can help you, the energy is quite heavy, including the chances of catching up with the ball. The energy is quite a lot. This can actually grasp the big ones, because the opportunities given to you are more. The nobles in your life will also be. Actually, it seems like the trajectory of illness around you has already been set like this kind of script. You can grasp these. The above is for the third group. The third group is actually easier to set up some worldly lust in the 3 group. It will take a moment. You can seize this opportunity. If the interpretation of this period gives you some hints or helps, you can like it, throw a coin, and hit 3 in 1. What kind of career options are suitable for you? First, play your cards and see what your current situation is, or what your career and a business look like now. Hand over a card. In terms of mentality, many people should be students, so there is still a certain bookishness. There is a volume, maybe some people come to watch my video. There is a little purpose of learning. If speaking simultaneously, this group may tend to deal with knowledge because text represents a kind of transmission. Maybe it's something like media, news dissemination, or people who deal with other people. The main thing is to deal with people, and then some files. This energy seems to be quite heavy. These are similar to teachers, including writing slips, approving slips, and books, texts, pen and paper. Perhaps it might be related to some energy derived from these, including the new media industry on this network. Then take a look at this group. If it suits you, what would you try? Say 3 ways, and then let's watch together. Senagwa. This set is not bad. I see that you have a strong manifestation ability in this set, but your manifestation ability is delayed. How to say it? When you really want something urgently, as long as you desperately think about it in your heart, it is generally, after a month, it'll be in your head. Regardless of the pursuit of fortune around you, you can think about it, but it will appear later. And this process is actually testing your patience. So what is suitable for you to do? Wake up. It's a thing that's very drifting and hanging. For example, things like the second dimension, or then we have Source Mushroom, carry something for unity. This is one kind I have come into contact with more. This is actually a kind of empty thing, an idea in the brain, and then directly implement it on the pen, implement it on the paper. It will correspond to drawing, including creating music on your own, writing novels on your own. Creating to a certain extent is advantageous for this group because this group either has some people with rich imagination who have been told since childhood, or some people you dream. The dream is richer. You may easily say that you see some scenes in your dreams that I have never seen in my life, or suddenly you can hear an indescribable sentence. This kind will happen. You are more suitable for thinking about ideas, falling into this reality, or you can just fall in love with this story, and then you can tell others in this way to realize your own, including the Temperance card. It is a kind of the things in your brain soak into this large river. And to some extent, it seems to be able to accomplish this group. For example, something that is well known or honorable within a unit, everyone knows it. Then you are a very unique existence, or this kind of thing, to go for some renaming related to people's livelihood, and this group of officials is relatively artistic. It's not a problem if it involves some entertainment circles. This is what you're more suited to do. Not dealing with fixed things, just this string of numbers, you move it and then change it to another string of numbers, the other string of things is passed on. It's not suitable to move it forcibly. Hard to fit others' things. If you really want to achieve yourself to the greatest extent, including achieving your wealth, you still say that you want to turn the things in your mind into reality in this way. The clear manifestation process is more suitable for your industry and career options. That's all for the second group. If it gives you some tips or help, you can like it, coin it, and connect it in one key